I promised you, my friends, broadcasting legends, and there is none greater than a man who is responsible for me being anywhere because he was the reason I started. James Wales in the building!
Thank you very much indeed. I don't know whether that's something I should be proud of or not, but there we are.
You're very kind.
Very nice to see you dressing up for the show. No jacket, but still okay.
I'm sweating like anything. I told him this during the ad break and his jaw nearly hit the floor. A Labour MP, James Wales, this afternoon asked the Prime Minister to introduce a blasphemy law in the UK. Tahir Ali, the Labour MP for Birmingham, Hall Green and Moseley, said, will the Prime Minister commit to introducing measures to prohibit the desecration of the religious texts and the prophets of the Abrahamic religions? Basically, Starmer said, yes, I'll consider that. I think that's a good idea. But he didn't mention this country is a country of free speech, James Whale.
OK, well, whoever you are, MP, that is the most ridiculously stupid thing I've heard for a long time. And all it's going to do is add to tensions between different societies. This, in my view, this is my view and not everybody's, we are a multiracial country, and I'm very glad we are, and that's great. We are not a multicultural country. You can't have such a thing, and because people are trying to get their cultures to take over, we are in this situation we're in now. It needs to stop. Religion is fine. I don't have... I have beliefs. We all have beliefs. We all have faith and things like that. But I don't follow any of these religions that all get very upset about your sexuality, very upset about what things you might say. I find them all demeaning. Okay? I find them demeaning and controlling. And religion is fine. If you want to be religious, you be religious, but don't insist in the law that we should all pay respect to something.
And don't foist it. Well, talking about foisting stuff upon us, there's an increasing feeling, and we've just unplanked, that Starmer and his government are turning, or would like to turn, this country into a nanny state. I'm having texts saying, is he becoming a dictator? It seems that he seems to want to spread his importance so wide to so many different groups that he can't say no to anybody. I don't think there's honestly, I think it's absolutely...
I don't think he's that clever.
Do you not?
No, I think he's too stupid. I think the problem is that he was a big friend, and probably still is, of Jeremy Corbyn.
Absolutely.
And Angela Rayner is his number two. And I think because he wears a suit and a tie and doesn't go off on one, it doesn't do anything, really. No. I think his feelings are very much like the old Labour Party that got rid of Jeremy Corbyn. He goes on, well, we've changed it. But I don't think they have. I think bubbling under the surface,
pure
all these things that they want to do. You cannot bring back laws of blasphemy in the 21st century. It's wrong. It's wrong. If you're religious, if you have a faith in a particular religion, that's great for you. Brilliant. But you concentrate on it for you and friends. Don't try and make it law that you can't say something disparaging, or you can't make... You know, we are a free nation.
But I'm not allowed. My father-in-law, you haven't met Rob, but Rob's passionate. He listens to this show every day. He's a passionate Englishman.
Hi, Rob.
He gets absolutely raging mad that he can't hang a St George's flag outside his house.
Of course he can. Of course he can.
No, but he'll get abused, or the police will come, or something will happen. That's not right.
I personally would like to see us change that flag, because the St George's Day flag's a bit dull and a bit boring, just a red cross on a white flag. I'd like to see 3 lions on the flag, but and it celebrates a bit of our history, which is not good.
But apparently we're not allowed to celebrate being British, but everybody else is...
Well, yeah, we can, because we put our Union Jack or Union flag up, and we should do, and we should... You know, the English flag is a bit dull. The Scottish one's a bit better. The Welsh one, I'm half Welsh, is great.
Are you half Welsh?
Yeah, half Welsh. Is great. Yakida. Anyway,
Yakida.
Or I could say Akavi, but I won't.
I'm going to say another bit of Welsh for you. Whose hat is that coat in the middle of the dance floor? Is it?
No, it's not mine. Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, very good. Yeah, no.
Do you think, though, that we bend to everybody else and screw our own people and screw what we... I listen to all these people talking about slavery reparations, and we've got to apologise for this and apologise for that. And do you know what I find myself saying? But everybody seems to want to come here and then change this country.
But you see, the interesting thing is we are being invaded by people.
People get really offended by that word. Just explain, because no, people will say he said invaded, but that's how many people feel.
We're being invaded by people in little rubber boats coming here with no reason to come here. They're coming here illegally. They're paying criminals to come here, so that makes them criminals. Yeah. And we don't do anything about it. No other country in the world, except the ones involved with the European dictatorship, and they're now all getting cross.
That's true.
No other country would let people walk through. Look at the problems America is having, and they did that in the beginning to get people coming into their country, but they can't stop it now. But they could. It'll cost them a lot of money. They're a very big country.
Donald Trump says he's going to do it. He's going to stop them. He's going to deport them from day one. And
why don't we do that here?
Because we don't have politicians with any conviction. We have politicians who go to bloody focus groups, Jay. You know that. And ask how will people feel about something.
We have a great navy, not much of one, and less under this government.
It's going to go.
And they should be patrolling where they're coming in along the channel.
Do you know the only thing that inspires me when we have these conversations and we talk with you and we talk with Mike and we talk on this station, which is, you know, more and more and more and more and more people, I know this, feel exactly the same. And 10 years ago, you couldn't mention immigration because you'd be called racist. I think people, and I said this to you earlier, I think when I say average peeps, I don't mean to be disrespectful. I'm talking about the man and the woman. Now I'm going to be told I should say man and man. A married couple, 2 kids, they both work, they've never broken the law, they pay their taxes, they've never asked for jack in a handout, and guess what? They feel like they're 21st in the queue behind immigrants, behind prisoners, behind whatever it is. And that sort of person, I think, I'm not talking about uprising, but I can see those people in years to come going, we're not having this anymore, we're not having it.
Our country away. And at the moment, the politicians, and on both sides, sadly, seem to be saying, oh, no, we're not. No, we'll control it. You are not controlling it. And unless you do control it, we are going to be in a bigger problem. And I agree with you. I've never been racist. And I'm not racist now. But I am concerned. It doesn't matter what colour your skin is or where you... But people are coming here in their thousands.
And dropping their passports in the sea and coming into this country and disappearing into our society. Albanians, I said this 3 years ago, the highest percentage of foreign male criminals, 9,000. Get them home. Let's free the jail space.
The problem is that a lot of people coming here, we don't know where they come from. A lot of people coming here as well now saying that they are homosexual and they can't be sent back to their country because it puts you in prison. You know, why we have anything to do with religions that have that kind of view of life in the 21st century here, I don't know. But we're sending money. We're sending money to countries where being gay is actually illegal.